all right. I think we're ready to get started. I think we are ready to get started. Right down now. Let's I think we should dive in, y'all. I think we should go ahead and dive up in there. How is everybody doing today? Happy Friday. Hope everybody had a great work day or a great relaxed day if you off on Fridays. Or if you don't work, hope you just had a great day. Welcome to the Junkyard. Y'all already know who it is. I am Combo Junkie. Yes, I am an addict. I am addicted to doing the most damaging, most juiciest combos on all of your favorite fighting games. But right now we're doing juicy combos on these web apps, okay? We are building a website. This series is going to feature me, a professional developer. I've been in the game for about 20 years. I am going to be going through the process of standing up a content management system using Sanity.io, a front end that's super fast, super high performant using NextJS and React.js and TypeScript, and I'm going to be deploying all of that stuff using the Vercel code deployment suite. So really fun stuff that we're doing, and as you can see on my screen here, these are some content types that we were creating. So I do want to recap, as I will do in all of these videos, just a small recap, right? So if we head over to, I think we were using IGN last time, so let's head back over to IGN. What we're building is a site like this. We're gonna build us a video game news website. And this is just gonna be something I keep around so I can know the latest and greatest things that's going on the, on the news side. I may do some dynamic stuff where I'm pulling in content automatically, who knows? But in the end, this is really just for me to learn how some of these tools work. And hopefully you guys can learn some things too as you ride along with me. So in the last video, we talked about the concept of content management systems and content types within a content management system. So as we worked through, as we kind of explored the IGN website, we learned that there were three major content types. There are tags, which are the things that you see up here. Tags are things that can classify what category a certain story or article belongs to. So we have tags. The second content type we had was the person content type. That is the person who gets attributed to the story, right? So this byline here is by Ryan Dinsdale. This, when you click on it, it goes to a person that has a bio, an image, etc. That is part of the person content type, right? And then finally, last but not least, probably the biggest one here is the story content type, right? So this whole thing, if we go back to that story I was just on, this whole thing, all of this, right? The title, the subtitle, this chunk of text, this video, this beautiful carousel. They have some really awesome carousels. Not just the imagery, I mean the carousel itself, right? We're being real technical. This carousel is pretty awesome. It's really good design here. So we are going to be recreating not this exact experience, but that's the other big content type, right? The story itself, this big thing here. So where we left off last time, right, was we had created our first custom content type. So we had started with the Sanity.io plus Next.js starter kit, and we were just going to start extending that out, right? If we go over to VS Code, we were just going to start extending that out so that we had more than just hang on, I think I have that wrong. Yes, I do. But anyway, we were going to start extending that out so we could add our own content types on top of what they gave us out of the box. I think they only gave us like the tag content type. So I'm going to come here. I need to actually open recent here. I need to go back to the Trend Junkie site. Actually, let me do one more thing first. Before we get started, let me do one thing. So I'll come here. I'll do... let's get out of studio mode. I will come here and I'll swap out that for the correct yeah, so let's actually save this. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll do open recent. We'll open that Trend Junkie site, and then now this is what I want OBS to be reading. So let's go ahead and open that up. Yeah, I think it's all right, let me just make sure that's the right one. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so this is where we were. Yep, there's our tag. And that's kind of where we left off, right? So I am going to run npm run dev so we can get our environment server up and running. And then I'll head over to our studio. So we'll bring this here. I'll head over to our studio. And we do /studio. That's going to compile, so that'll take a couple of seconds to finish compiling. All right. And there we go. So here's our studio. And we have 3 tags. Look, they look really plain Jane right now. That's okay. We're gonna clean that up a bit. And we have some entity reference field types. We have this image field. I'm actually gonna play around with making this a field set. Maybe I think that this might benefit from becoming a field set. So how about we start there today? Let's convert this field group that we have here, this object, this image object, to a field set and see if that makes a difference in its look and feel, right? So because we want to make everything as simple as possible for our users that are entering data into our system. So I'm going to go to the documentation section of the Sanity app. I really like their docs. They did a really good job on these docs. And then here I'm going to go object, and field sets is here. Let's see how those are implemented. So here's a field set, right? So basically it's an object of the sections you want to introduce. And for us, we only want to introduce one section, which is going to be called image, for lack of a better term, or maybe image data. Yeah, let's just try that. Let's just try creating one called image data and see what that looks like. So we'll come over to our image object right here. It looks like all we have to do is add field sets here. It looks like it's plural. That's an array of objects. So we'll add our trailing comma as we always do. And then we'll also add one here. And then it needs a name key. So we'll say the name key, this is what you're going to use as your reference inside of the... oh, and I get it now. The field sets are in cases where you want to separate some of this stuff out, which we don't, right? There's no reason for us to separate this into a smaller inner chunk. So I'm glad we saw that. So we can actually ignore this for now. We're not going to do that. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to clean up these previews. Like if I click this add item here and I select this drop down, the preview that I get right here is okay. That's not horrible, right? It would be nice though if I could get an image here, right? And maybe even a description of my fighting game term. And then when I click it, right, I should see that stuff here as well as over here in this left rail. So I think to do that, we need to do a couple of things. The first thing we need to do is we need to add a preview to this content type, right? That should take care of the reference drop down as well as this area here. So let's do that. We're going to open that up and let's think about this, right? So the way this works is this select object gets passed into React as the available data to the model that Sanity's UI is expecting for a preview. So I think a preview needs 3 things, right? It needs a preview needs a title. A preview needs it might be subtitle. I'll check that for sure. And it needs an image, right? It needs image media. So let's go ahead and figure that out now. What we'll do this real quick. Bear with me. I want to do one thing first on the side here, just to get my ducks in a row. So we'll do that. Yeah, so it is subtitle. Okay, it is subtitle. That's fine. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do as far as the selections, right? So we're going to do title, obviously, and that's going to come from, if we look at our set of fields that we have available to us, that's going to come from our title field. So that's no big issues there. And then we're going to do we'll call it subtitle as well, but that'll come from a different place for us. That'll come from, do we have yeah, we do have a description. That'll come from our description, which, no, I don't want to use that for a description. I actually don't want to use that. I want to say that because description is an actual, uh-oh, what was that? I heard something go crazy just now. Who we got? What's good, Ro? What's good, Ro? What's good, buddy? That's my man's right there. Hey, what's cracking, man? What's good, boy? Hey, what's up, Char? What's up, Char? Man, welcome back, man. Welcome back. I'm happy to see y'all in the junkyard, man. Happy to see y'all in the junkyard. What's good? What's good? Hey, I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone, man. I gotta build this. I gotta do some stuff. I gotta learn this new technology so I don't get too far behind. And I figured, what better way to do it than to create some content along the way? You know what I'm saying? So it worked out. You know, it wound up working out for the kid. Alive and well, yes sir, yes sir. That's how we gotta stay, man. We gotta stay alive and well, bro. We can't get anywhere below alive and well, okay? I'm gonna need you to stay alive and well, my brother. Trying to grab this thing up. There we go. Alright, he say jeans recovering from dealing with calls to the level tech support all calls to the level, bro. Vibe to survive, yes sir. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I got a little sidetrack with the homies right now. My bad, my bad. Let me get back into it. I'm trying to figure out where's the best place to put this chat. Maybe I can change the background on. Hold on, let me see if I can change the background on this. Nah, that ain't work. I don't know if you could do that. My people ain't be dying over gold in the mines. It's funny, right? I'm still not. I guess one thing I could do is just make this darker going forward. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. That's probably the smartest thing to do. It's the only thing we're feeling. Apologies for the distraction. Oh, never apologize for being engaged, bro. That's the whole point of this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't want to have to work by myself. You know what I'm saying? I want to have some company while I'm getting busy, you know? So, no, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. All right, but yeah, let's dive back in, though, right? So, where were we? We were talking about how these get spread into this object. That's one thing, but also we were going to create a new field that would house our subtitles, because a description and a subtitle are two totally different things in the content management system context. So I want to have the ability to pull in just some raw text, right? So we're going to make a new field up here, right? We're going to make a new field. We'll call it our subtitle field. And we just need to keep in mind that if we're going to be leveraging previews, we need things like just raw string titles in some cases. We'll do a subtitle, and this is not required, right? So we'll go ahead and remove that. Maybe we will give this a max though, right? We'll say that the max is maybe like well, let's see what looks good here. Hang on. Let's see what looks good here. Let's put a subtitle in here right now. We'll just put Hello World or something for now, but I want to see what that looks like. Let me do. What is it? Let's just do. Yeah, we'll do title for title, and then subtitle we'll do subtitle, which we just created. Actually, no, we won't do anything here. In a selector. We'll do title. We need title, actually. So we have to do title. And let's spread that to title. Using our good old spread operator. I love it. And this needs to be a function, an anonymous function that returns some content. So we'll do, we'll just literally just return it here, right? We'll do return, title, and then we'll just say, actually, no, we can actually do this, right? We can do backtick, $, title here now. And this should at least get us a dynamic title. And then for this, we'll do, hey, hang on, I might have set that up. Why is that erroring out? That's so weird. I do want to do a subtitle here though, and that's just gonna say Hello World. All right, and that's throwing an error because, drum roll please. Oh, I know what it is. This is actually an object, so this needs to be that. And then that's going to be an object reference. Yeah, there we go. So that should get rid of our errors. We still have something wrong here. Maybe this needs to be there. Yep. Okay, cool. So now we are compiled safe. Go to the. All right. So we have undefined, but this is, we didn't care about the title, right? Really, this is what we were worried about right here, which is this. We want to see how many characters this can be without looking weird, right? So some subtitle text will go here. So, all right, so that's way too long. It needs to end at like will. I think comfortably it can end at will. So let's do a character count online. Too lazy to count that for realsies, so I'm gonna just cheat. 35 characters, so we'll do 35. Yeah, we'll do 35 exactly on this field. I think 35 works. Okay, so we'll do 35. It looks like something's wrong with the way I'm grabbing title. Oh, I spelled it wrong. All right, so that should give us our title variable. And then now we can pass in subtitle. Actually. Yeah, no, this is good. Subtitle. And then we also need to pass it here, right? Since we're dereferencing these. Basically this object, this is really one variable called selection, right? Or data or whatever, right? This is basically allowing me access to this object. But we're gonna dereference it because we don't want to have to do, in our code, we don't want to have to do data.title, right? So they allow you to not dereference. I think it's called destructuring. Hang on. Red operator. I think it's called destructuring. Hang on. Let's just do a search for. Yeah, unpack values from arrays and properties from objects. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're destructuring this way, right? We're saying just pull out from the data that is passed here, just pull out title and subtitle. And then we're good, right? So we have that now, and then we'll do the same thing here that we did above, but this time it'll just be subtitle. So $, subtitle. I'll go ahead and say, whoops. I'll go ahead and save that. Go back over to our project. Where's our project? There we go. All right, let's get out of it. Dev tools, we don't need that. All right, close. A little closer, right? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I don't have a subtitle on these, right? I have to actually populate this with something. And because of that, because I know in some cases I may not have a subtitle, I think what we're gonna need to do is something like basically say, if we have a subtitle, then do that. Otherwise, just be an empty string. So now instead of saying undefined, we should just get, you see now it's gone, right? So that kind of syntax allows us to jump around conditionally, deciding whether we want to show a certain thing or not. We'll be doing that a lot, actually. Are you including a meta field as well to go along with title, subtitle? I hear it's all the rage. So yes, but not in that way, right? So the way we'll deal with meta, if we go over to, so all right, just for people who like maybe like me and not following along with the chat, because I definitely wasn't. Charmed asked a really good question. He's asking about meta, which is something that we talked about yesterday. I mean Wednesday, right? Metadata is the background stuff that a story's made of, and it helps things like search engines optimize your experiences, and it helps you be found in search, like search engines like Google or Yahoo and things like that. And oftentimes there's a certain field set of like subfields that drive that section of your website, right? So if we go to IGN, just so you guys can have a visual, right? Let's go back to our IGN that, actually, let's just go to this Daredevil story and let's view the source. If it's not a data-driven site, which this is, but we should still be able to find at least the main meta tags, right? So we have these meta tags here, which are the content, the title, but I imagine if we go to a less modern site, let me think of a site we can go to. One of those like old school sites. Like what about TD Ameritrade? like maybe this will be a good example. So let's go to learn more at, whoops, no, not that. Let's go to world, how about this? Yeah, now let's do a, all right, so here's a good example, right? These are the meta tags that he's referring to. And normally you have a field that allows me to do things like provide a specific description specifically for search engines, right? I'll have a super keyword heavy optimized description just for search engine use, because I want to be like the first one to show up if someone searches for a certain thing, right? So, but Charm, that's not how I'm probably just gonna, since I don't care about being ranked high and all that right now, I'm probably just gonna pull these values from the fields themselves instead of creating a field to support them. So like if we go back to the content model for story, you notice I don't have meta here because I'm actually just going to use the description, which we need to add, by the way. I'm glad that we looked at this. I'm just going to use the description and I'm going to pass that to the front end so that it just pulls whatever that value is. I'm not going to have the editors add their own custom, meta description. Maybe someday I will, but not today. So, all right, let's go ahead and add some subtitles. We'll say greatest gaming system ever. All right, we're gonna give all of these a subtitle just so we're consistent. Fighting games. If you lose, you die. And then for MK1, I'll say, what is it? I think it's who's next is the tagline. I think that's their new tagline, or at least that's what they show at the tourneys. So, let's see. All right, so we're good there. So now these look a little better, and it populated those by itself as well. So that's good. Let me just make sure it populates this too. Oh, so we have something in place right now that doesn't allow us to. We can't have more like two of the exact same tags. That's that custom query that we wrote. So we'll have to try here. I just want to see if the preview looks right. Okay, cool. So we're almost done. The next thing we need is the image, right? Because all of these have nice, pretty images to the left of them, and I want that to show up. So let's go back over to MK1, and let's see if we can get these images to show up. So going back to the code, going back to our preview object, the next thing we need here, right, is the image key. We need a key that will allow us to pull in an image. And let me see where we get that from. Where do we get that from? That's going to be here. That's going to be in our image object. So it's going to be image.photo. Image.photo. So what we'll do is we'll just call that photo as well. Photo. And then that's going to be, I think it's just going to be image. Yep, and then what we'll do is it's image, and then what I'll do is I'll do a constant here. No, I'll just do let, and I'll do let media equals image dot image, I guess. And there's that. So now I should be able to just pass image media directly. So this needs to be photo actually, and this also needs to be photo. All right. So now when we go back to our site, we should see those images to the left of those rows. And no, not yet. We don't see them. All right. Let's see. Did I call it image? Oh no, dot photo. So it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be image dot photo. But I called it. So let's call this image because that's gonna be confusing. Let's call that image, and this is going to be image.photo, which makes sense, right? The image is the parent container, and the photo is the actual image file, because an image has alt text, it has a caption, but the photo itself is just the picture. Let's see if that worked. Yes, and it did. And now we have beautiful looking little preview icons there that we can look at. Okay, so let's go back to my task list here and see what's next. We have our previews, and I think now that we have our preview cards, we can move on to creating our person content type. So we have tags, and now we need our person content type. So I feel good about this. We can go ahead and get rid of that. We may do some stuff here. We may do some extra stuff, but we'll see. For now, I think outside of this power error, I think we're good. All right, so that's tag. Let's move on to our person content type. So let's pull up our content model. Let's go ahead and copy this. I'm a lazy developer. I don't like to create everything from scratch. Just a couple things. I'll go here. I'll do person. All right, and then now we have to basically just make this be a, and then I'll call these people, right? That's like our plural. That's what's going to show up here, right? The word people is going to show up here. So tags, people, stories, that's how I'll declare those. And I'll keep the title field, but I don't think we need, actually, let me do one more thing here. Let me go add this. There's actually a subtitle, just a doc block update. And then here, I'm going to get rid of all this other stuff. We'll do everything else from scratch. And then we can also comment out this preview, but we'll leave the markup there so we don't have to keep recreating that wheel. And then now let's go over to our content model. This has been really weird that when I make certain changes, it doesn't like just reload instantly for me, which it used to. What's not working here? There we go. That was weird. Okay. So let's go to person, and let's do our field breakdown. So we have a name field. Oh, we have an interesting name field too. That's a name field that has a bunch of stuff inside it. So that's going to be cool. We have a title field, which is like a job title field. So let's actually call it job title. A bio, a image, and social media. Right, and that'll be an interesting field to work with as well. I think what we're going to do here is another reference type. So yeah, we'll finally I think this is going to be the first time we introduce references because I don't want to have to keep recreating some of these things. All right, so let's just get started. First, we'll do our name. Right, our name is interesting. Our name has it's one value, but it's broken into 4 different values. Right, so it's going to be a first, middle, last, and then a nickname. So let's start by just stating that this is not a string, but it's an object. Let's say that it is required. I do like the fact that this is required, but we won't put a max on this. Well, I wonder if we can say this is what's required and not that, we'll see. I have an idea to say, like, what if we can say that the only part of this that's required is the first name, but maybe your middle and last name aren't required, or maybe we can say the first and last name are required, but middle and nickname aren't. So we'll tinker around with that a bit when the time comes. So we have an object here. Let me go over here and see what we did for object. It's just a field set, so we'll do fields. It's an array of fields. The first field we need here is the first name. So that's going to be a name of first. And a type of, this needs to be in quotes, and a type of string. These are just going to be simple string fields. I'm not going to put any crazy validation on these either. This is middle, and then this is going to be a string, and then this is last, also a string, and then nickname, also a string. So now we have that in place, and I think the way this is going to work right now is like everything's required. So let's wire up our person content type. Remember, we have to wire these up in order to see them in the UI. So we'll go over to our index here. We'll just add it here, right? Person. It actually goes above this. And we need to include it as well. So we do person from person. Okay. And we'll put these in alphabetical order because I am OCD like that. And then I'm going to copy this, and we'll just paste this in here as well. So now we should have a person or people, right? People here. And if we go add a new person, we see we have this name field. But I don't like this, right? I think the way this, now this is where field sets is going to come in handy, because here's what I think we need to do. Here's what I think this should look like. I think this should be horizontal, right? Where you have first, middle, last, like that. So like if we come back here real quick, let's just go grab a fake, let's say text field, form field. So if we had this, right, the way I was thinking, guys, is like, it should be something like, actually, let's use this because I can't see any other one. It should be something like this. Like, pretend that this is the first name, and then this would be the last name, I mean, the middle name, and then this would be the last name. And then I think like down here should be the nickname, like outside of that category. So like around this, hang on, where's my shapes? Go out of here. So like this, there we go. Like this is one group right here, right? And then let's just send it back. So this is one group, and then nickname down here. That's what I'm thinking that might work, but we'll see. Let's give it a try. So first, let's just make the first three. Let's add these to field sets. So I think it was just field set, and it was an array of objects where the first key was the name. So the first name I'm gonna say is I don't know. This is government name. I don't know. I'll say full name. And then I think the title is required as well. So full name. I think that's how you do it. Let's just confirm that. Yeah. Title is full name. Okay, so then I'll put my comma here. And now I should be able to say that the field set that this belongs to, or is it just field set? Yeah, I think it's like that, is full name. So now this is going to allow us to at least group these. So let's see if that worked. Uh-oh. It said, what are you talking about? Full name. Oh, whoops. So typo there. Forgot the underscore. Let's see if that worked. I'll go ahead and refresh this. I don't like to wait. Super impatient. But yeah, it works. So now they're grouped, right? Now they're grouped, and this is on its own island. So now that these are grouped, I wanna make these show up in a 3-item column, right? So let's see how to do that. Let's see how to actually use our options here to get these to show as columns. Yeah. So yeah, I think I just need to do columns 3, and everything else should work out of the box, right? So I think it's going to be options, and then that's an object, and then columns 3. I think it's this easy, actually. Let's see. Close. That looks crazy, right? So hang on, let me make sure I did this right, because it may need to go in here. It may need to actually go under field sets. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Part of me wonders if it needs to go here. Okay. I don't know if you can do it. Let me see. Let's just search for it. That wasn't really helpful. Yeah, it might not be doable. What I was trying to do. That's okay. That's okay. So what we'll do then is, I wonder if we should just break that out then. I mean, I could just group it. I could just use groupings too. So hang on. First, let me see what this looks like. Okay, no, that's still... Oh, I need the orientation, right? So hang on. So maybe this does work and I just have the orientation wrong. I think it's like direction or something like that. Oh, what the... Oh, maybe you can't do it with field sets then. Hang on, let me try to just scrap this and see if this at least gives me the display I was hoping for. Because I'm pretty sure now nickname is going to be like this little small field over to the left, which I don't want. Yeah, see, and this isn't really what I was looking for, but maybe yeah, I think we'll take nickname out. I think nickname can be its own thing. I mean, it was cool to have it with the name, but if it's gonna cause issues by from the UI side of it, then I don't care about it that much. Unless I can do groupings here, right? If I can do group here, then maybe, right? So let's see if we can group these. This group. I know group was an option here, right? Yeah, groups. Name and then title. Yeah, so it's the same thing as field sets, but let's just bring this back. Yeah, what we'll do is bring this back. We will call these group, and this will be called groups. And then let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks kind of weird to me. All right, never mind. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it not being part of it. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So I'm gonna go here. I'll get rid of these. I'm gonna now have name be separate from nickname. So what we'll do is here we'll do nickname. And then nickname is going to be another field that is nickname. Type of string. Yeah, and that's fine. So now we have nickname as a separate field. We got first, middle, and last. I want to see if I can only make like some of these required. So let's see if we can do our require validation rule here on just one item. So I'm gonna blow this first name out a bit so that it's more easy to read. And then I'm gonna add the validation key here. And I'm gonna see if I'm allowed to just only require that. And I'm actually gonna drop the validation rule on the whole thing there, because we only want first and last to be required. So now let's go ahead and refresh that. All right, and then let's not fill in first. Let's say some middle name. Yep, it worked. And then some last nickname. And then now I can't save, right, because of this error. So it's saying that's required. So we'll do the same thing for last name. Right, so we'll do comma, validation, rule, bull dot. rule.required. All right, and now we have a required field there as well. So now you can't do this without either a first name or a last name. You need at least one of the two. So I guess it's when you go past it. Oh, because yeah, we haven't even solved that one yet. Is it eventually going to tell me that last is messed up? Oh, last, I guess it's not required. There's an error in here somewhere. Which? Oh, that wasn't really broken. My compiler is janky sometimes. Oh, so maybe that doesn't work then. Wait, but I just saw that working on first though, right? Yeah, and why am I allowed to save it without a last though? Alright, we're gonna have to see what we can do about that. Let's see. I think you can only do it on the first, you probably can only do it on that first one. Here's what we want to do. Yeah, this is like it. There's an object. Here's his fields. The first one is called type. The second one is called whatever, and there's his rule. Yeah, he said not really possible. And I guess we can just do one validation rule at the top, right? At the top level, and then we could sniff around and say when to throw the error. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's do it like this. So basically they're saying if there is a value and context.parent.chapter type is a certain chapter, then whatever that says, or else true. Let's see what the custom validation rule is. Okay, cool. So we'll do this. So required.custom? I don't want to say required. I just want to say .custom. Yeah, so let's just try that. I think that should be fun to test out. So I'm going to get rid of these, because that didn't look like it worked. Maybe I was doing something wrong there, but we'll play around with this other one first. Alright, and then instead, I'll say here, this is where our validation is going to go. And we'll say validation rule is equal to an anonymous function of... it looks like what they do is rule.required here, just to make the field a required field. But then they do custom. Let's just start with custom, actually. I don't know if the required thing is going to be something we really need. So, and then their custom one, though, last time it had name. So yeah, I'm just gonna call this data for now because I don't really know what this is. And name itself is an anonymous function. Right, so something like that, and then I can just say return true here, just so the field will work. But what I'm interested in is I want to know what's in data, so I'm going to console.log data. Can I not console log data? Something feel off. Wait, why is that fine, but the other way is not fine? Why can't I? Normally you can do this and get away with it. I don't know why this is complaining right now. Oh man, my compiler is going to be the death of me. So that was a false negative right there. About to have me lose my mind trying to figure out what was not working right there. Alright, so it's an object. And it's an object of just whatever you typed in so far. So do we get that? Do we get the... Yeah, so it's an object of whatever you've typed in so far. So what we can say is basically if... Let's just spread this, right? So, I mean, destructure this. We'll say this is going to be first, middle, last. Okay, no, we can't say first, middle, last because, yeah, that's right. They're not going to exist until they've been typed in. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm just doing it wrong. I think that's it. Why doesn't validation? Alright, another false positive. Okay, so I think what's gonna happen now is like last, for example, if I were to do console.log last, and then I think what I'm gonna start doing for these is this. I think I'll get yeah, undefined, right? So what we can do is we could say if first is undefined or last is undefined. So actually what I'll do is instead of saying if right there, I'll just do return. So that's going to be true if either of those are undefined. That might work actually. I think that's gonna work. No, I don't know. We'll see. No, what am I doing wrong there? Alright, well let's just try this there. Let's just say true. They do lowercase in JavaScript. False. Oh, why is this doing this to me? I guess I have to do it like this then? I don't see why though, that doesn't make sense. Let's just do, yeah, that's fine. And then we could just do return false by default. Why don't they like that? Oh, so I'm not doing anything with middle, so I don't need middle. That's fine. I wonder, is that what they were complaining about? No, that's not what they're complaining about. I'm not sure what's not working with that. That actually should work out of the box. Well, I would have expected it to. Oh, that's a type. That's not a. I'm so stupid. It's type. yeah, I think it's this, yeah. And then actually these are strings. That's gonna be type, maybe. Yeah, let's just turn this back to data. Because I don't know if I have access to those yet. So yeah, there is something off about this right here at least. Argument of type string or unknown. Wait, am I missing? I feel like I might be missing something actually. So wait, custom requires something else then. Oh, not false. It requires a string. There was an error processing something. Okay, yeah, okay. First and last names are required. Alright, and then here I can actually turn this back to structuring. Last. This is going to be out of there. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now I should be able to see that's validation error. Oh damn, that still let me publish. Oh, it's the other way around. So the error message needs to happen when either of those fields are undefined, and the true happens if they both pass. So by default, as soon as this thing loads, if there's no value in one of those, like I should get whoops, I should get a error. Wait, why is Twitch saying? I hate when Twitch do this. Oh well. Okay. Wait, did I make that? Yeah, that's fine. Whoops. There we go. Alright, let's put that back down. Okay, cool. So now here I should be able to say if there's nothing there, what is that? First and last names are required. So see, I don't like that though, because it's not highlighting this field. Which I liked it when it was highlighting that field. Now it's just highlighting that, which I don't like that. So I'm now convinced that it does have to be on the field level. So I'm gonna go back to trying that. So let's do this. Let's get rid of this. For now, we'll just comment this out. For now. And then let's go back to, wait, I think it's here. Yeah, that's what this would be. So it's gonna be, yeah, that's that. And then validation should be here. Yeah, that was right. Isn't that up? Oh, I see. That's just this. Alright, and then now, it has to be something like this. Like, that works for first, right? Like, we saw that working before, but that doesn't work for last. And I don't know why. That's really, really strange. So now, here, what I'll do is I'll drop it from first and only put it on last and see what happens. That's kind of weird. Okay. So now if I bring it back to first, what we were saying before is it kept dropping from last. Okay, all right, never mind. We must have had some syntax error then last time. This is exactly what we want. So we can get rid of this validation rule, but now we know a little bit more about custom validation rules, right? So that's good learning there, good learning. Okay, nickname, we know that's not gonna be required. Let's keep going, right? We need a job title. So we can actually collapse this, make this a little cleaner. We don't need this to be like that. And then we'll do our job title. And then we'll do our bio. Our bio is actually gonna be raw, rich text. Right, it's going to be like HTML in there, like hyperlinks maybe, and some bold and things like that. So this is actually going to be bio, and I'm thinking about making a title field for this called biography, but no, I'll just do bio. And this is going to be a type of array, and it's going to be an array of block types, right? And then the field. I don't even think I need a field. I think the block type alone suffices for this. Let's just check that out. Yep, that works. Yep, that works. Okay, cool. So then first name is Combo, Magic, Junkie. Yep, and then nickname is Combo Junkie, all one word. Job title is I was gonna say Combo Junkie, but I'll say web developer. And then bio is this guy knows all about some of the coolest fighting games in the industry. If you're interested, interested in 1v1 fighters, Combo J NKE is your man. All right, we'll just go ahead and publish that, and let's finish these fields. We have an image field. So, okay, this is where things are going to get interesting, right? Because now this is the second time we've had an image field. Let's go back to our content model, right? So we had an image field here on the tag field, right? So, and then now we have another image field here. And if we look over here at our element section, we can see that these images are always going to consist of the exact same field set, right? They're going to consist of an image file, an alt file, an image file, alt, and caption, right? So I've already defined that here, where it's this object. But since we're going to keep reusing this, we might as well make this a reusable image type, right? So maybe we call this, instead of calling it image, because we know that Sanity uses that, that's already a declared field type, we can call this, well, what should we call this? It's another word for this guy. I could just call it an image type or image element. Yeah, let's call it an image element. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna do something interesting, right? I'm gonna take this block content, which is the first type that was defined by this other, by the starter kit. I'm gonna make another copy of this file, and I'm gonna start something called the shared components or shared elements. Shared elements. And what shared elements is going to be is kind of our stomping ground, like it's going to be our housing unit for all of the different elements that we share across multiple types. Okay, so we'll keep most of them as they're, you know, related. We'll keep most of the field types in this one file. So this is a I'll say this is an assortment of shared field types, shared element field types. All right, and I don't need a default schema for that. This is going to be this first one. So here, let's come here. This first one is going to be, this is saying default export. I'm not going to do it like that. I'm not going to do a default export for that. I think what I want to do for that is just export these as constants. So then I can have more than just one in a single file, right? So I'm going to say export const. And it's going to be the name of the thing that I want to export, right? So this is like in PHP land, how you would do private function name, boom, boom, right? So we're going to do something like that. So this first one is going to be our image element, and we'll call that an image element, okay? And it's going to be equal to a type, and the title is going to be image element. And then the name is going to be image element. Okay. I'm okay with that. And title is going to remain image. Okay. I need this to stay image. I like the word image there. And it's going to be a type of. Actually, we don't even need to redo this, right? We've already done it. So let's just go to our tags and just steal whatever we did here, right? Yep. That's it. And then now, if I collapse of, get rid of all that. I don't even think that's right. Yep, it's just going to be a type of object. And now this is available for use. Now I can use this, but I have to actually do something with this first. So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, and I'm gonna use shared elements inside of these other files, right? So I'm gonna go back over to index. I'm gonna import a spread version of that, right? So I'm going to import image element from that shared file, right? So from shared elements. Okay, now I have access to this individual item. Okay, so now I'll add that to the list here. So we'll put it here, and then we will copy that, put it here. Oops. Copy that, put it here. All right, so now I should be able to use this. If we go back to our person, instead of having to recreate this now, I should be able to do define field, and the name of it is going to be an image, but the type is now going to be our image element, right? So image element. Okay, and now I should be able to just piggyback that field, right? So if I come back here, and now if we go here, so now you can see, right? We have that whole thing. All we did was this, but we have that whole field set now. So now I'm going to go clean up tags, right? Tags also can leverage that. So I'll just say a type of image element. Put that in strings. Single quotes, I mean. And now if we go back to tags, yeah, something's off here. How this is not go network. This has been happening quite a bit, actually. It's like this request is failing unless I refresh. That's fine. So now if we go to tags, we go to this guy, we can see even though we just changed that to just two fields, we still have our full image field there, right? So now we can actually clean this up a bit because that was starting to get messy. We can clean this up now. Boom. And now an image is just represented by these two little things because we are sharing that element now across two pieces. All right. So we got image. We'll go ahead and move this into its own line. Okay. And then we need to do social media. But first, I need those tunes to come back. Like every now and then you have to say, hey, I'm still listening. I'm still here. Still interested. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh that. That's gonna drive me nuts. I already know it's gonna drive me crazy. Actually, I'm gonna take a really quick break. Go grab some. I need more water right now. I'm gonna take a really small break. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Part of me wanted to eat this delicious looking Panera sandwich, but I'm gonna wait until after stream. Let's get back to it, shall we? What is this music? Nah, that ain't what I want.
Well, folks, the clouds have rolled back in and the sweaters have come back out, which means fall is officially underway. That's right, we're trading beaches and barbecues for blankets and bonfires, and with that, the music changes too. So let's ease you into the fall with the next hour's.
All right, we're gonna do this one. I think this one dope. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. So now that we have our person content type almost done, we got one more thing that we need to do for the person content type. And that is we need our person content type to have a social media field. And that feels a little different, right? It's a little tricky because if I'm not mistaken, social has a couple things in it, right? It has a type. So I should be able to select from a list of types. And then once I select the type, and only once I select the type, I should be able to start adding a link. So that's going to be like one of those fields that is like a conditional field, right? So one is hidden unless the other one has a value in it. So that's going to be real interesting. But something I just noticed, right, when I was in here, this looked plain as hell over here. I don't like how plain that looked, because if you look at tags, right, this looked cool, but this looked plain. I want to add like some little icons to the left of these. So let's see if we can figure out how to do that. I think it has something to do with our main configuration. So if we come back here, I think inside of one of these, like maybe in the config TS, yeah, I think it's in here, or maybe it's in the CLI TS. Hold on, let's go to the studio docs. Yo. It might be in, no, not config, it's gonna be in customization, I think. Maybe component API? Okay. It's a plugin, I think. I think it's a plugin. Thank you. Hold on. Oopsie. Back here. Plugins. Oops. Hey, this is what I want. How did I get here? I want to be back in the configuration real quick. So what I want to do, I think it's here, right? But I don't want to do it like this. I think what I want to do, let's see how they set this up real quick. Blah, blah, blah. All right, I think I got it. All right, I think I got it. Hold on. I'm gonna steal this from somewhere else, but I think this is this the preview? Yeah, this is the preview. This is a form view. Like, would it go in here though? So this is one item that's possible to go in here, which is default document node. But I think I can add one more thing in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start up a folder called desk. Okay, and this is where we would keep all of our stuff. And then I'm gonna add something called, let's just call it structure. The desk structure.ts. Right, and then in here, what we'll do is let's import type of structure resolver. Hold on, let me just see if I can pull this code in. This might work as it. Yeah, so we don't got story yet, so get rid of this. But we do have people, just coming from the person content type. So, and then we need to actually, let's close this. We need to npm install that Lucide React. This is an amazing toolkit. Actually, I don't need it here, but hang on. Let's do npm install Lucide React. Okay. All right, everything looks good there. So now what I want to do is I want to actually pull this out, and I'm gonna use my actual content structures to add icons here. I think I can add them here. So I can do like icon is equal to, and then I can import something. So let's go to Lucide real quick and see Lucide icons, and let's see what makes most sense for like a person. I think it's gonna be user, honestly. This right here. This is a person. This is what we've come to know as the general person icon. So I'm gonna copy that JSX, and it's gonna basically inform what I need to import here. So it's gonna be. And now I can say that my icon is equal to circle user round. So now if we go back and look at our board, well, we have to npm run again, right? Dev. But now if we come back and look at this, we should see that that we now have an icon right there. It's gonna be studio. Yep, and there we go, right? We got an icon there now. So let's do tags. Tags, we all know what that looks like, right? It's almost like a the tag from a store, right? So there you go, right? Tags. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Copy that JSX, and then come over to tag. Yep, and then go back to person. Boom. It's gonna be tag. And now icon of tag. Now if we come back here, there's the tag, and then post, we don't care, but let's actually just do it anyway since this is in our system. Let's do blog article. Yeah, there we go. Not to be confused with a story, right? Story's gonna look different when the time comes. We're gonna make it look like a. I like this though. I honestly like this for story article. I like this for story. We're gonna use this for story. So yeah, for now we'll just leave post alone. Actually, let's do config for post. Or like settings. Example. Test. Add. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. We'll just do this for now, for post. We really don't care about posts like that. And I keep doing this out of habit, but you don't need semicolons anymore in JS. I do that out of straight up habit at this point. But all right, now we should, yeah. So now we got all our icons in place. That's great. Let's go ahead, now that we got the icons done, let's get back on task and let's create our social media field here, right? So define field. All right, get our comma going. All right, name is going to be called social media. And this is going to be an object, right? So the type is going to be another object. And the fields are going to be, actually, this is going to be an array. It's going to be an array of objects. Of type, whoops, type, object. That needs to be in an object. That. And then the fields are going to be, wait, do the fields go inside of the of clause? Wait, let me see. Or arrays. Where do we go? Oh, see what? Oh, no, it does go in there. All right, cool. That's okay. So it does go in here. So it's going to be a type of object. And then in here, we have a is there a name here? There is a name here. That's weird. So this is going to be social media. I'll call this socials. And then we'll call this first one social media. Oh, no, yeah, social network, maybe? So this can be called social media. And then each one can be a social network. So let's do this, social networks, plural, and then we'll do social network singular here. And then now we can do fields. Would be the type. It's gonna be one field, which is gonna be a type of, there's gonna be options. How do you do options? I think that's also gonna be an array type, right? So it's gonna be like a list. Yeah, list. Now I want like a drop down list, so let's see how you do drop down. Oh wow. Hang on, we gotta make sure we do this right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, cool. So it is actually a type of array, because you can have more than one. It's a type of string, not, yeah, it's a string, and it looks like that's fine. It looks like that's all you need there. And now we have our list. So this is going to be options. And then this is going to be an object. List is going to be the first thing, and that's an array of objects. So title is going to be whatever the first thing is. Wait, and do, okay, I was gonna say, where's the value? All right, so the title of the first one is gonna, let's just scope these out, right? We want Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Insta, Insta, TikTok, Snapchat. What else can they choose from? That might be enough for now. So let's say title of Facebook, and then value is gonna be Facebook, lowercase. Okay, and then let's just do one more, and then we'll go test. So then this is YouTube, and value. All right, so let's just test this so far. Alright, and it's saying we can have more than one, which is great. But I don't know if we want to do it like this. So let's think about this. How would I want to do this? Well, the way I would want to see this is I'll come into this form, and the first thing I should do is select these from a drop down. And when I select one, then I'm presented with the form for that thing. So actually, this needs to be an array of reference types. Right? I'm thinking that needs to be an array of reference types. Come on, let's think about that. Let's do an array of reference types. So, okay, so social media is an array. It is an object, actually. It is an array of objects. Right? It's an array of objects. And basically, yeah, so I was right the first time. It does need to be like this. It needs to be an array of objects where the fields are going to be, and then your options will be in here, right? So the first field we have is going to be a name of type. And this one's going to be a type of array. And it's going to be an array of name, type string. And now everything we just did below here goes in here, right? So type of string. And then now just the strings that we have to work with, right? So I think so. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's like this. I'm pretty sure this is how we gotta do it. We'll see. If this doesn't work, we'll see. We'll see in no time. It's a type of array. It's an array of strings. I think that's erroring out because of this. And then let's put this where it belongs. There. Get our commas going. Alright, and then now let's go back over to the page and see what we got. Okay, so that's not quite what we want. So what are we saying? We're saying that the social networks let's see how to do this part. So, oh, the options don't go inside, they go outside. So basically it's gonna be like this. let's just grab these. And now for that first field, right, it's going to be that. And then for the second field, we'll do the... So let's just... Because, yeah, you'd be like, add an item, and then, yeah, you choose one of these, and then after you choose one of these, you should get taken to another form. Right? So, oh, so wait, I got to do this a little different then. Yeah, I got to do this a little different, right? So, really what we're saying is this is an array of type social media, and I need social media, social network, social media to be its own little shared element, I think. Because let's pretend for a second that it was another type. Like, let's pretend that this was a array of tag, right? So if we do of type tag, then I'm pretty sure that's gonna that add item is gonna be me adding, like it's gonna be the whole tag form, I bet. Yep. So here's a whole tag form for me to choose from. Now, if I had another type, like if under here I had like comma and then I had type of person in here. Now it's going to be a person form nested in there, right? I should have did post. That would have been a little easier to consume. But yeah, so now if I click that, now, yes, that's what I want right there, baby. All right, so I'm going to remove these. Boom. So now let's go make our social type plural. I want them to be a list, right? We want them to be able to list the type. You know what? Hang on. I want to try this one more way first. I'm going to try this one more way. So we'll do a type of objects again. I know we're all over the place with this one, but let's just keep going. Just hear me out. Let's do a type of object, right? And then we're going to say that the fields in this object, so if it's a type of object, then you have to declare the fields, I think, right here. So then fields are going to be, the first one is going to be the type. So name is type. And then this is actually going to be a type of string. But then what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to say that this can also have options where the string can equal this array list item, right? So now in here, I'll say like item number 1, I think it's title and value. So title is going to be option. Let's just do what we know we want. Facebook. And then value is going to be Facebook. And then let's do Twitter, aka X. So now let's see if this gets us what we want, right? So we should have 2 options in that field. No, not that. Type drop down. Yeah, so we're saying we want to add a social network, and then when we click it, so now basically this would add Facebook, and then if there were more fields, which we were going to add in a second, yep, so now we have Facebook, and now I can keep going, right? I can do Twitter, and then I can keep going if I have more. So that's good. So far, so good, right? I don't like that that's the machine name showing up. Why is that the machine name instead of the label? I think we need to do the title here. I mean, the preview. Yeah, we'll need to do the preview there. We'll do that in a second, because we'll also need to do the image for that. Oh, man, that's going to be weird, though. Because we do want those social icons to appear. It kind of makes me want to do some shared elements there, where we have each social network has its own set of fields, I mean, but really they all need the same thing, right? They all just need a URL. And that's really it. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. So the next thing I know I need, the other field I know I need here is I know I need a link field. So we need a name of, let's just call it link, and then a type of URL, right? Which I think suffices. I don't know if we need more than that. So now if I do add item, refresh that. So yeah, if I hit that, yeah, so now I have link here. But I want to make it so that I don't see this link field until after I selected one of these. So let's do this. Let's say, I think that's going to be not validation, but I can't remember the name of it. It's like a compound field or something, or it's like hidden until something. It's probably in the hidden section. Yeah, conditional field. Conditional field. So let's see. Hide based on the value in the current document. Yeah, so basically only show the subtitle field for the title field. So what we want to do is just that, right? We want to do a hidden rule on link. So we'll do hidden here. Hidden. And we want to say that it's going to use this spread, the destructuring for document. And outside of that, an anonymous reference to if not document, question mark dot. Actually, let's do a full-blown method so we can see what document is. It's kind of so document. And then I think I need to return something here. So can I just return like hello? No, I think hidden is true. Is it? Yeah, I think it's false. It needs to be a Boolean return, not just true, but any Boolean. So now if we open this up and we go here, yeah, here's our document object. We want to say document.social networks. It's .type. Social networks .type. This is the full document here, but what if it's an array? Here, let's just see what's in this whole thing. Whoops. The DOS. There. That's not right. Document parent. So values in there. Parents in there. Type of Twitter. Values in there. So wait. What if I pick Twitter? So basically, if parent.type, then show this field if parent.type. I think that's what it is. Oh, I think this is parent. So boom, parent.type. I think it's that. Right. Go back to the docs. Oh yeah, we need to set that because sometimes that won't even be Select it. Alright, let's see if that worked. So what we want to see is that for any new one, we don't have a link field, but when we select this, yeah, we get a link field. But if we don't select it, it goes away. Perfect. Okay, so we're good there. That was pretty fun. Nice little... Alright, so I think we're good on social media. We can now say, actually, let's get rid of these. We don't want these. And if we need to do something more fancy with these like that, we can do that some other time. But for now, what I want to do is I want to somehow figure out a way to add all the icons for this. Right? And these icons don't live in the database. They're going to have to live in our code base. Right? So under, like, maybe utils, where do files go here? Yeah, under source styles, maybe? Oh, jeez. I think I'm gonna put it under... I'm gonna make an images directory, I think. Under styles. So maybe like icons. Oh, wait. We have icons, don't we? We have Lucide. What am I thinking about? Facebook. Yes, we can do that. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll just use icons for these. How do we do that? Okay, so I'm guessing it's gonna go here. Guessing it goes here. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to try it out. So let's just at least see if title works. So let's go grab our preview from down here. So where were we? We were gonna put it just outside of the fields array, which is here. Yeah. Okay. So now let's just see. Oops. We do that, and the only thing we'll grab is title for now. So we'll do title, which is gonna actually be called type. So we'll do type for the title, and then we'll get rid of this for now. We'll get rid of these two as well. There we go. Let's see if that actually does what I think it does. Because if it does, we're good. That means we can even use the icons ourselves. No, it didn't do it. That's still giving me value instead of the title. I guess that is what... Hang on, let me dump this real quick. Because maybe I have access to more than just that, right? Maybe there's more in there than just that. Because maybe it's type.title? Maybe I can do something like that? I really have no idea. So, I think we have to click it to instantiate it. Yeah, it's just throwing undefined right now. Because I haven't chosen anything, right? So, but if I do choose something like that, it's just going to be the lowercase Facebook. But I suppose I could just make it uppercase, right? I don't have to rely on their stuff to do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's say name case bird JavaScript. Title case. No, don't do me like that. Please tell me there's something built in. I could have sworn they had like a two name case. Alright, I'm just gonna do 2 uppercase then. I think it's just this 2 uppercase. I think it's just that. Yeah, no, that's not right. That's not right. Alright, what did they say it was? 2 title case or something like that? Oh, they did a char at. There's no way JavaScript doesn't have like a real function for this. I'm not buying it. Yeah. Let's see if NextJS has something for it. Nah, they're gonna really make me do this next char thing. It's just crazy they don't have that. That's okay. I can just export a little method at the bottom of function. So what I'll do is I'll say like export function uppercase, and then this can just take a string. This is so funny to me. This is so ridiculous. It's okay. That we have to do this is kind of insane, but it's okay. And then I'll give this little doc block. Converts a string, converts words in a string to proper name case, title cases, and then string the string to update, and then this returns a string. Turns an upper title cased string. Alright, that should do it. Hilarious. Oh, you know one thing I'm not doing? I'm not committing any of my code. We have to, okay, after this, we're gonna commit this code. Because yeah, that's ridiculous that we've done all this and haven't committed a thing. If anything were to happen, we'd lose all this work. This is uppercase string. Let me just see if I can make this string uppercase. I should have did it. So I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, it worked. Alright, we'll just keep that then. That little handy helper down here. I don't know if we're gonna need this anywhere else though. This is just for the social stuff. So now what I want to do is I want to pull in a I don't know if we need a subtitle for this, right? These are my social networks, but I am gonna have a subtitle. I am gonna have a subtitle, and it's gonna be my subtitle is gonna be the link. So it's gonna be my link, and it's just gonna be a string representation of the URL value. So let's do this. Let's pass subtitle in. Let's not make this confusing though. Let's just call this link. We're gonna use it as the subtitle, but it's really a link that we're passing in. So now what we want to do is see what we get in link. Is it an object that we have to parse, or is it literally just a URL? I don't think I've added one for these. So let's say, let's require this. If you've added this, then this needs to be required. Right? So, and then I'll also do this. Okay. Yep, so now they all fail validation because I don't have a link, but if I were to do this, I think now just nothing would get shown, right? So now the moment we've entered into this, and I think that we should say something that we should add some validation on this whole thing that says that that array needs to be unique. So we'll look at how to do that in a second. I think that's just a single validation rule here at this level. So yeah. Yep, okay. So then now I can add Facebook then, but then now I shouldn't be able to add Facebook again, right? Well, first let me fix the validation error. HTTP. Whoa. Whoops. Oh, they said that's valid. Oh yeah, well technically it is. But there is a validator on here that if it's like a malformed link, then it shouldn't let me add it. Okay. Wait, I could have sworn this had auto validation on it. This URL field. Let me look at that real quick. So references, schema, URL. I just want to see if there's any kind of validation we could do on it. Oh, you can do relative only, and you can do allow relative. Nice. I think I have to do this. I think this is the one. We'll just put the scheme on here. We'll do unique for that, and then for this URL field, though, we'll do the scheme. Alright, and then now let's see if that actually means that that URL field can be malformed. I'm here. And now if I, like, see, that's just like a slash, right? That's not a valid URL. So I don't know what they're looking at. That's valid, right? But if I have that, like, that should become an invalid URL. I don't know how that's passing. I really don't know how that's passing. Let's just do URL link validation NextJS. No, let's not do NextJS. That's actually the let's do React. Let's just do JavaScript. We probably have some kind of regular expression that we can use here. Oh, I don't want to construct a new URL object every time, though. That's actually really interesting. That new URL thing. I didn't know about that. Is that legit? Is that native? I gotta see if this works. I've never seen that before. See, and then they're saying I can do. Oh, it is legit. Okay. And then they're saying I can just log this. Okay, and then this is gonna give me back something. Go here. Validation. Wait, what's it? Oh, annoying. False positives are really getting them. So now, wait, let's go find somewhere to call this room. So we can call it here, right? We can say. Okay, and then here we can do validate URL. We don't need to pass anything to it. We can just say okay. Because it's not using that dynamically right now. What is going on with my nostril? This one nose just starting to get really bye. So it's a it looks like a weird object that has a bunch of stuff in it, but in theory, if this is off by something, right, we should get that's not auto reload. I've seen it work. To find two lowercase. Where's the two lowercase? What? Something's off about the way I wrote that. The one before this, the one with the these two. No, not those two. It's gonna be this one that they're complaining about. This compound field here, because I say that one relies on the other, right? Yeah, this is hidden unless the parent.type is selected. And I suppose that doesn't exist at first. Yeah, I may need to circle back to that once we figure this out. Yeah, so it's just these. Alright, so then now you select Facebook. Darn, why did I have that closed? Alright, good. There we go. So it's not really telling me much though, right? But how did they do it? Valid URL. So she can follow type error. I don't see that type error. mean, is this the type error? Hang on, let's clear this out and then try. All right, and then okay. Wait, link should be required. Oh, I just never added it. You know what? Let's move this somewhere else because that error is driving me. I know there's nothing wrong with that validation rule. It's like one of the simplest ones. Dot unique. Alright, so now we're getting the no link supplied error. Okay. So now, how about we delete these though? Try and add them anew. Would it let me? So now, would it let me? Yeah, it still lets me, but it won't let us save, right? Because we have this error, so we can remove that. So now, we just want to test these URLs. And what's coming up undefined? Oh, this is the 2 lowercase that they're complaining about. So yeah, we got to fix that. So really what it is maybe it's question mark? Like only do that when you can. What we can also do is just do an if check on the string variable itself. Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's say if string before we do anything. No, actually let's do if not string. And we'll just early return. Fail. Early if we don't have a string. Yeah, this is doing this. And really what this should be, right, is probably title question mark. Then run that. Otherwise, yeah, just like fail gracefully. Right? Now if we do this, yeah, so now we're not getting an error. If I do this and then that, I mean this and then choose one and do that, yeah. But now if I refresh, I think that's gonna be stored in state, right? So I'm still gonna have access to that, yeah, that even though it's not valid yet. But the error's gone, which is what we wanted, right? So then the same thing needs to happen for this, doesn't it? It needs to be like if not URL, just early return. Let's actually doc block this. Validates URL. I'll just say general URL validation. We're gonna have to move this somewhere more common because I'm pretty sure we're gonna want to validate all over, right? Maybe we'll have a common methods, just like we have shared elements. We'll do common methods maybe, and then just import that here, so that they're not just only here available here, but we can import them wherever we need to. And what do they want me to do here? Yeah, so I'll say string. And then I think I need to do string here as well, right? Is that not how that works? Like PHP, where you put it outside. How do you do that? Parameter string, colon, any. Oh, I see. So I was close. I had it outside instead of inside. PHP doesn't inside. Why is it doing or any right here? Got it. Okay, cool. So in this here URL is also going to be a string. Alright, cool. And I guess return is... This is going to be returns bool. So URL to validate. And this is going to be... Why is that a problem? Type string array is not what? Where do you see string array? It has something to do. And this is telling me to do... What the hell is this? I don't understand this. Why is it saying it can also be an array of anything? It's not true. Is that better now? No, it doesn't like it. Alright, screw this. I don't care anymore about the warning. I didn't like it anyway. IDE. Anyway, I don't care about that either. Actually, yes I do. I like that. I like this. This is actually not a bad way to protect things. So let's go do that here. Anyway. Okay, now let's see how they're saying we're supposed to even do. So basically, as long as we do it in a try catch, yeah, so I like this little snippet here. I'm gonna steal it. So, well, true. Otherwise, error false. Catch this error. Probably do console log. Right, this is just our test sandbox. So we won't have to worry about excuse me. We don't have to worry about anything there. That's very annoying. Got less sniffles. false right now, which is good. Oh wait, let's actually pass the URL now, which I'm not sure if we are we? We're validating. Okay. Can we see what link? The actual URL, right? Let's just add one of the links there too. You just need to know what this value is. Alright. I'm guessing that's this. Yeah. So sure. So then yeah, we just need to do subtitle is going to be validate URL link question mark link else nothing. So that should do it for that. And then media is going to be a little tricky. We need to write a function that will allow us to grab the proper icons for these depending on what was selected. So like if it's Facebook, we want that media image to be the icon that's used on these, right? So I don't know how to do that. I don't know if that's an option here. Well, yeah, we'll have to look up that prepare statement. I mean that preview objects. See what our options are. All right, so we got that in there now, which is great. And image.photo was what? That was an image type, right? So where's that image? Oh, it's going to be in shared elements now. Image.photo is literally just a type of image. So how can we? I do want to see that icon. What would be cool is if I can just pass that. Let's see if that works. What if I just pass that directly? I know that sounds crazy, but let's just test it. Say, what if we wanted round user? I just did. So, media. Yeah, we are definitely not auto-refreshing anymore. I don't know what happened. I might have to shut it down and start it back up, like rebuild the whole thing. Not like the whole thing, but just rebuild. Yes, it worked. Hell yeah. All right, so then what we need to do is be like a switch case right here that says basically, depending on what my type is, then let media equals, you know, whatever icon I need. The first thing we should go do is figure out all the different types that we have, which I think we typed that out a couple of times now, and we just keep getting rid of it. So yeah, let's do that first. We want Facebook. Let me actually do social media network. Okay, let's just get a list. So this is the top 15. We're not going to use all these. We're only. Oh, why is this list so weird? All right, let's put this in a spreadsheet. All right, and then copy that. Now we list. All right, we're gonna get rid of mostly all of these. I feel like we have more than this on ours. Facebook, we have Facebook, and then Twitter, then Insta, and then TikTok, Snapchat. I didn't even think about YouTube. What are we missing? Any? No, that's pretty much all of them. All right, so now that we have these, we need to go to Lucide and grab our icons. But here's Facebook. Just gonna put these in here because we'll be importing them anyway. So Twitter. Well, Tweech. Got Tweech. I love Tweech. Grab Tweech. Insta. TikToks. The TikTokers. Oh, they ain't got the TikTok. What is it? Camera. It looked like a camera, right? Yeah. All right, we're gonna have a janky TikTok then. Look like a little old school camera. All right. Wait, have I not been copying these over? Where's Twitter? Yeah, I got Twitter, but where's Insta? All right, and then Snapchat. I don't know what that even looked like. No, how about we just chat bubble. No, you know what? If they don't got the icon on the side, I'm not gonna add it to our list. Okay, that's how I'm gonna deal with that. Because that means that more often than not, people don't share those web presences like that on a site like ours, right? Like a news content based website. It's unlikely to see somebody be like, "Oh yeah, go check out my TikTok." All right, there's the YouTubes, and which yeah, it's only 5, right? Okay, cool. So here go what we need to import. Let's go over to our person. Go up here. And now that this is getting long, let's actually blow this out a bit. I am a stickler about that. I like stuff to be as pretty as possible so that anybody coming over to see your work can easily follow along with what you did and why you did it. And I like to alpha sort these too, because I think that's also best practice, especially across the server language. So CF, PWITC, IGHI, right? And then YouTube. So that's alpha sorted. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to be able to say that based on what we get from all of these first, yeah. So basically, based on what we get back from, I'm gonna do let type equals upper case title. A title, uppercase title, or nothing. And then we're gonna do a switch case, right? That's gonna be like type. Hey, we don't even have to do that anymore, do we? You know what? Because I used all the same names. Watch this. I think I could do this super programmatically as long as I use all the same names. Facebook, Twitter, yeah, I'll use all the same names. So yeah, we don't even have to do that. Basically, what we can do is just say that the media. Question is, how do I use dynamically? No, I don't want to import like that. I want to use. See, in PHP, it's $ open. It's like this. So what are these called? Hang on, let's find out what those are called. Import statement. Yeah, let's see what those are called. Once we find out the name of these inside of here, that import declaration is used to import read-only live bindings are exported by another live bindings. They are updated by them in order to use the import declaration. Blah blah blah. Module name. Default export name that will refer to the default export from fudge. I hate that I'm gonna have to write this big ass switch case. I guess I can do an export here, another function then. I'll do a export function. It'll be like choose social icon. I know that sucks, but yeah. And then you give me the type here. So basically if not type or type not equal to string, and I'll do an early I'll just return here, and then otherwise what I want to say is switch case this, right? If my type first case is Facebook, do we already uppercase it? Yeah, because now what I want to do is I want to say this is just going to be type, right? Yeah, there's no reason to even do the other thing here. You type now. And then you don't even need the curly braces either. You can literally just do this. Anyway, let's get rid of this. Let's go back down to the case. So we know now this is going to come over as it should, so we're good there. But now we just need to literally do the breakdown, right? So let's go back to the other file that we had open. Copy these. Put these somewhere in here, doesn't matter where. Now we say if it's Facebook, then I want to return Facebook. Yep, just Facebook, right? That's that class that I wanted. Or that export is what it's called. There. Which Insta. Insta. YouTube. So now it should be fine. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's do this. Let's say let icon equals right? Or equals can we just do let icon? Oh, we have to give it a default. Let icon equals There should be a generic icon we can pass. What's like a generic social icon? So let's do social. Media? It's LinkedIn. Oh, let's do network. Internet? Web? Browser? Yeah, that's fine. Let's do something like this, right? Where we do like the world icon, I guess. Because this is saying that whatever type I added, so remember in the future we're going to be adding these and we'll need to keep up with this list. So we'll need something that if a user chooses that thing, then it lets our developers know, hey, you gotta go update that reference. Like it needs to actually show something. So I think I'm just gonna show yeah, maybe we just show that, or we show like missing, invalid, error. What about no image? I'm so bad at stuff like this. Broken. Break. Fix. Default. Alright, let's just. I just need something simple. Yeah, I think the website, like the World Wide Web, I mean, I think that's the best one. Let me do the globe, yeah. So globe is going to be our default. And every switch case requires a default, so we'll go define that here. And this is not going to be a return statement. This is actually going to be icon is equal to globe. And that way we don't have to define it up here. All of these are now... No. Icon equals. And this is going to be... Okay. This is such a I just make it equal nothing. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so just instantiating it, and our default is globe. All right, that should work now. We should be able to refresh this. Not working yet. I don't think we've done it yet. Have to turn icon, and it's time to rebuild this because this is getting on my last nerves now. All right, and then let's start closing out some tabs. I am not a fan of having a million tabs open. Once you're done with it. Need that. Yeah, it's 9:40. We'll be coming off of that. Alright, it's still not working. Well, that's not true. We don't know if it's not working yet, right? Because we're not passing it. So let's go ahead and pass in, what was it called choose social icon by type. All right, so now if we, what I want to do, yeah, I think I did it right this time. Yeah, I won't. Did it? Did this? No. Oh, there was something on the line right here. That's okay. All right. So. Yep, there's Facebook. Now let's go to Twitter. Yep, there's a Twitter icon. Okay, cool. So we're good there. We need to really move these to their own class. This is going to start getting messy in a minute. So let's do this. Say this is a choose a specific social media icon based on type. And type is the type of social media network. The specific social network. And it returns a, they're called a Lucide React icon. So actually I can say literally return these, right? So I can actually call that out. That return that, right? And what I can do is I can say, oh, that not work? If all I did was that. Nah, that's not what I was expecting. React. Yeah. This is the only one that's going to stay in this class. These two need to come out because I'll use these all over the place. They'll be like my global helpers. And there's probably a better way to export these, but who knows? I only want to use the ones I need to use anyway. So just how we have shared elements, I think I'm going to make in my library, I'm going to make shared, no, in my utils. Right? Yeah. And here, oh, nice. They already have utils. Yeah, this is 1000% what I'm getting at. So let's go back to person. Let's pull these out. Right? Because we don't need these in here necessarily. Let's put them in here instead. But they do export function just like I did, yeah. And then they also cast it. I tried to cast mine, but it didn't. Oh, they don't like you using... I see, I get it. That's fine. I get it now. I didn't know that's what they were doing. I did string there, then I could probably set. Now I can probably get away with using string here, right? I can probably do it. What can I call this? Yeah, let's just call this word. Right? Yeah, because we split it at the space. Yeah, so word. Alright, I have no idea what's not working about that. Oh, it's gonna be a string or an array. That's why they did that before. That's why they did that on the other one, because this is being read as an array of values for some reason. Right? Yeah, there we go. That's so stupid to me, but alright, whatever. Not gonna labor it too much. Alright, so I think we're good here. I think now we just need to import this. So let's find out somewhere else that they've imported this. Maybe in here, no. What about in our .ts maybe? I just want to see where the import is. Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's probably going to be in that block content. What the hell did they make it for? Okay. Ah. We used to my Mac keyboard. Alright, send car. Alright, format date from you. Okay, yeah, so they do it how I would expect it to be done. Alright, perfect. So now we'll come here. We will another import, not format date though. It's gonna be uppercase and validate URL. So they don't use all uppercase strings. I thought maybe that was a way for them to yeah, it looks like they all use camel case actually, which I'm totally fine with. I just thought that was like a pattern after that song. That would have been cool too. I like patterns like that. Really easy to distinguish between things. Uppercase and validate URL are the two I need. And then we don't need to move social icon because we're actually not using that, right? Socket timeout error. Maybe that one off. Yeah, that was something weird happening. That was like re-importing, I guess. Yeah, so we're still good now, right? Let's see if we are still validating our URL. Yep. But if I did. Yeah, that's totally not a valid URL. I don't know why they think that's valid. Wait a second, that is not valid. Oh yeah, failed to construct URL. Yeah, so it did fail. But now why is that not? Here's return. Something else is off about this because that validate URL should have told me in there though, right? It would be in here. Oh, okay, I get it. I gotta do the custom thing. So I'll do .custom. And this is gonna be how did I do that before? The other validation rule I did. Oh, I deleted it, didn't I? I ended up not needing it. But yeah, that was a whole ass custom. I deleted it, thought I didn't need it. Here we go, validation. It was oh yeah, okay, so I need to remember this too. Like these represent the I think the data, right? I think these represent the data. So here, let's just test this out. Let's just test this out because I keep getting this. I keep getting to the point where I'm not sure how React is reacting. No pun intended. But let's come here to custom, and then what I think is like data, and then return true, right? And that's just saying it's always true. And then what I want to do is console.log. And then I'll say data, and then data, so I can make sure that it's my log, right? And then it says we have an error somewhere, but I bet it's fake. So let's just do this. Okay. Go. Then compile. And now let's refresh. This isn't auto refreshing for some reason anymore. Where am I? Data 111 is just the URL string itself. So I can say something like link, right? Sorry, not there. I can say something here like link, and then in here I can say return. Actually, it needs to be yeah. So I can say return validate URL link question mark. If this is true, then true. Otherwise, your URL is not a valid. Not a valid URL. Alright, so we'll go ahead and save that. So now I should be able to see this rule as well pop up. Yeah. Now here. Alright. The link there, not a valid URL. Oh, I had not a valid URL. Where's that? Oh, that's because of the first one. So this is two issues. But if I do http://dub, how is that a valid URL? That's not. Let me see what this returns. I just gotta see what this is. And then yeah, that's coming back as true. Fails. But it's even catching an error though. That's the weird thing about it. Oh, not anymore. It's not. So this is wrong then. This isn't right. This isn't a full URL. So I can't trust this method. Oh my god. Let's do validate URL JavaScript. Let's look at this different one. That other one was, and I'm probably just doing something wrong. That looks exactly like what they're doing. Oh, this is just the same. Someone stole the code. No, it's not just that simple though. There's other ways you can malform a URL. Like, how are they not getting this? Here's one. I've never been against using regular expression for these. Yeah, I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. So I'm not gonna use the try catch crap. This is cute. I like the way they did this. And this is something that belongs in a class that calls itself a util class. I like the way they did. Right here. That's odd that this is saying that this isn't defined. Wait, can I declare this as a certain type? Can I do like this? I don't know how to tell it that it's a certain type though. Because they're right. There's no way we would know what this is yet. So then that's fine. I'm just gonna, in here, I'm just not gonna. Yeah, the moment that went away. Hey, did that also change? So now it's trying to auto reload again. I guess when you have errors in any one of these files, the auto reload sucks. But this is pretty slow anyway. I haven't been able to successfully like streamline this development as far as I'm concerned. Like it's been a lot of click and go, click and go, click and go. Now let's see if that validator worked. So, all right, so let's test this out, right? So we got Facebook in there, so we know that this one is undefined. How about just the protocol? Nope, not valid yet. How about just that? Flash. Oh, that went to 4. Now it's at 5. Dub. We're at 6, 7, 8. What about if I added Google? 9. Up. Oh, I guess that is valid, right? Because you can have only 2 things, right? You can have google.com sometimes. Right, that's valid, so that's okay. So yeah, so now our validator is working. So let's do, this is our stuff. So let's do our actual pages. I do have a Combo Junkie Facebook page. So Combo Junkie. Okay. Wait. Oh, here we go. This. Then add another. Twitter. And I also have Twitter. They're all gonna really be the same. I don't know why I'm going back and forth. All right, so those are good. Let's add the rest of these options too, shall we? So, pull them from the other file that we had open. Close this. We can close that. Close that. Up that. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Alright, it'll be way easier for me to type things. And then the YouTubes. Okay. And then now let's let's get a commas. And now we need it. Alright, so now we should have all of our social, this in alpha order. Fi, bitch, yep, Alright, let's order. That is mine. Oh, nice. Alright, I'm just gonna assume. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm guessing it's like whatever the Instagram URL is. And then real combo junkie. Which y'all know what that one is. TV hash key. And got Twitter in there already. YouTube's the last one. And I got YouTube up here. So. YouTube's gonna be there's YouTube. Wait, what? How's that not a valid URL? Gee. It's the @ symbol. Let's go allow for this in our validator. Man, you grab something from the interwebs and they don't even work the way you intend them to, so that's on you. What is this saying? This is a query string. Here's the port and path. They're saying that the only things they allow are these characters here. And we're gonna say we also allow these characters here. I think that should do it. Yep, there we go. Okay. All right, so now we have that done. And this is looking a lot better. The next thing we need to do is get our main preview done. So now we have social networks adding. But now people, which are going to be referenced in stories, we need this to have its image, right? So let me add my image here and upload my pretty little face here. Oh. No, it's actually going to be in selfies. Get a picture going. Alright. Really like to use the picture for everything. It's pretty all purpose. A junkie in the junkyard. And then the caption will read, you ever meet someone so cool that you had to run home and grab a sweater? Well, that's what it's like hanging out in the junkyard with the junkies with combo and all the other. All right, so there's that. All right, and then all right, yeah, I guess they're trying to get me to be a little well-spoken. I'll take that. Hold this just to confirm. All right, I am getting like hanging out in the junkyard. And then let's link to maybe here when we say it, that's what it's like hanging out in the junkyard. Maybe here we link to like Instagram or something like that. And then yeah, we can do something like that. So let's actually just link to, for now we'll just link to Twitch, because I don't know the IG by heart, but yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like let's link to whoops, that link, this link, edit, say right. Go. Cool. Now I'll go ahead and publish this, and we should be able to quickly take care of this preview, right? We know how to do it pretty easily. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna uncomment this preview chunk out. And let's first think about what we want to preview, right? So we probably want our image to the left, the profile image to the left, the name, the nickname should be in here as well. So our name right now is Combo Junkie, and I guess that's the nickname that they're using, but we want to use a combination of first and last to come together to make up the display name, and then in parentheses we'll use the nickname. Okay, so we'll do all three of these if they exist. So we're gonna say just name. We're just gonna do the title is gonna be the name. And I'm gonna start calling this media. I'm gonna just match what they require, what their object requires down here. So we're gonna do name for the title. For our subtitle, the thing that shows up underneath, we're gonna do a, it's gonna do a truncated version of our bio, I think. No, let's do job title. Job title. And then image can be after that. Yeah, so that makes sense. Is that what we call that, by the way? Or do we call that photo? Oh no, they're all the same name now. They all have the same name now. Right, where is it? Yeah, here it is, image. So yeah, so image. Okay, cool. So then here, go ahead and save that. Why is that? So title. Image does exist. Oh, this thing is giving me so many false negatives today. It's so annoying. I'm guessing if I do something different, like if I change something, right? Oh no, sorry, that is a real error. I use media there, not image. So then here I'll say, no, let's not use media. Actually, now that I think about it, because that's gonna be confusing when it comes time to. Oh no, wait, no, never mind. I take that back. Media is fine. Media is fine. It actually simplifies it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Image. Yeah, image. Yep. And then here, but only if it exists, right? So if image. So if image.photo. Let's see, that's not required. I should make that required. Yeah, let's say you can't even be a person on our site if you don't have a profile picture. That's gonna make our site look a lot better when we get deeper into this tutorial or this series. Let's do validation rule dot required. All right, we'll say that you have to, if you're gonna be on our site, you're gonna play with us, you're gonna have to an image, or we don't care. Something. Okay. All right, so now we have that. Now let's figure out our name, right? So let's do let name. And name is going to be a combination of things, right? Name is going to be name.first. And then we're going to concatenate that with the middle name if the middle name exists, right? So what I'll do is we'll say name equals title dot first, right? And then we won't do the space here, right? What we'll do next is we'll say name plus equals, and then we'll do title dot middle because we know that's not required. We'll say if title dot middle exists, then I want to add a space and add this middle name to it, right? And add the middle name here. Otherwise, I'll do nothing on this line and move on to the next line, which is going to be our last name. So plus equals, so here's another title.last, okay? And maybe what we'll do is, I know I say I keep this the same, but I'm just going to call this full name because it's going to drive me crazy that, we'll call this full name. And actually, no, we'll call this name. Sorry, we'll call this name. Let's do this. We'll call this name, right? And it pulls from the name field. But we'll call this full name, right? And then now these title tags can become name. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. So then now full name here can go here. And now what we should be seeing is my first name, middle name, and last name now in that that breakdown here, and the people get searched for. Instead of saying combo junkie, it should say, you know, whatever. If it would refresh, but it hasn't been refreshing on me. So let's close this. That's part of it. So invalid preview config. So that's subtitle, job title. Check the error in the log. So what do they not like? They're saying that check the error in the log. Error reading first, so they can't read this. And perhaps it's because something. What? I called it title? No, this is name. That should do. Let me close that out and click this again and see if, yeah, so at least that works. Like if I close out of that and come back to this, if I get out of DevTools, at least that works. So we still have some invalid preview configs here. So let's see what they're complaining about now. Yeah, still an error reading first. So now the name is name, which is what we wanted. And then I suppose we just need to figure out what they don't like about this. So let's do console.log, and we'll log name here, same as we do the other troubleshooting we've been getting into. Oh man, this is really weird that all of a sudden my nose got clogged up. So it's saying it doesn't have it. It doesn't have name here, which is really odd to me. Here field. Let me flatten some of it out. Yeah, that should definitely be working. I don't know why it's not. Let's try this. Let's do this. Well, no, none of that should matter. Yeah, they're saying name just isn't there at all. Oh, wait, I saved it under a different field name. Name was saved under something else, right? Because he had it. I had it under title. So this is gonna be combo. Combo. Tuple. Okay. There we go. So we can see that working there now. Actually, if I hit this again, I should get that full name in there. Oh yeah, that's gonna. I can probably clean this up a little bit. This prepare statement. This can probably all live on one line, actually. Like if I do this. Alright, so now I should be able to concatenate that here. Alright, so now I don't need this middle one. Make sure that works. Yeah. And that's middle. And then now I can do the same thing for last, which is plus. Do that. I don't need a last check though. Last is required. So that's really all we need here. And I suppose we do need the space here. Yeah, there we go. Now we can make that a little clearer again. So we have media, which is our photo. We have subtitle, which is what do we use job title for that? So we should have developer under that, yeah. And then let's toss the middle name in double quotes if it exists, right? So what I'm gonna say is, not only do we add a space here if it exists, but we do a double quote. And then also if it exists, we do another double quote space. No, we don't need the space. We don't need the space. It's a double quote. The last name is gonna take care of this. We'll close that. We'll hit people. Oh, that is enough. And subtitle is just job titles. I am gonna call this title. Well, no. I just feel like if I'm gonna call these, yeah, you know what I'm gonna start doing then? I'm just gonna make these match my work, my stuff, and that way I'll know that these are coming from my fields and not anything else. These are my field. We'll try and make these match one. I think that makes a lot. All right, so that looks way better. All right, and I think we can stop there. We can end there. We have another new content type under our belts. Ah man, I am very, very sleepy after a long work day and getting all of this done. I feel really good about where we are now with this. Looking forward to hitting this again tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna be building out the story content type, hopefully. And probably doing a few other things. Let's go to the list here. Oh yeah, we'll be doing the story content type is gonna take us the whole day for sure. And then we're gonna populate some dummy content. So feel free to join the Junkyard for that, guys. Otherwise, hey, this has been great. I think we've made some really good progress. This is coming along quite famously. Until next time, peace out, guys. This has been your boy Junkie, Combo Junkie, signing off. Peace out, my guys. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good week, good rest of the weekend, and all that good stuff. Oh snap! I didn't even know 48 was in there. Oh snap! I didn't even know you was in there, 48. My bad, bro.